Okay, here we are at the Sub 89 Club in Reading. And I'm here with County Down's finest, The Answer.
Hello.
Members Paul Mahon on guitar and Michael Walters on the bass.
That's the one.
How are you two?
Good, yeah.
Very well, thanks.
And on this tour, it's like the second leg of the tour, is the Road Less Travelled tour. It's quite self-explanatory. You're not doing the major cities where you've already been, you're doing like the smaller towns. So how important is that, visiting these smaller places?
I think it's very important for us. We've definitely got a fan base in the more southern regions of England, and as far up as Aberdeen, where we started. We're playing to pretty sizable audiences up there, so it's good for us to do it. And we're hitting some places we've never been before. Like we've never played Southampton, never played Plymouth. We've never played Hull. Middlesbrough.
All these English towns that we'd never thought we'd ever go to otherwise.
Yeah.
Really.
And has it been rewarding? Are the fans more appreciative?
I think so, yeah, definitely. The likes of, say, Aberdeen, they definitely, they appreciate it, because bands tend to stop in Glasgow and then go back down rather than go up there. So they come out and play their packed house, and they're really up for it.
Great. And I've noticed, like in recent tours, like tonight you got Black Wolf supporting. You've taken out Cage of Gods, Screaming Eagles, Fate Club. Are they bands you handpicked yourself?
Yeah, some of them, obviously, like Cage of Gods, we know those guys from the previous incarnations. It's great to take them out. Black Wolf, we found their record, and we got into them, and we needed someone to come out with us. There's the occasional band a promoter will suggest, and you check them out. Yeah, okay, we'll take them. But we're fortunate enough, we're in a position now where we can go, we want these guys on, and go, that's the way it is. So, yeah, most of the band.
Great, it's a great package. So do you keep your eye on the current rock scene? Are you up with like the latest bands and who's around the corner?
Well, we kind of, not that you have to, but it's kind of thrown in your face. Doing interviews all the time, and in the press and stuff, you see who else is out there, and who's posters and venues, and who else is playing. The following in the circuit, like Blackstone, Cherry, and Temperance Movement, Rival Sons, and all those bands are back out again. So I say we're pretty much a little bit in touch at least.
Sweet. And let's talk about your latest album, New Horizons, and or New Horizons, I should say, out on Napalm Records, and it's your fourth album. And I think Cormac was quoted as like, it was like make or break with the third album. It's like, it's thrown at a lot of bands with the third album. It's like, this is the one, if you're not household names of this third album, that's it. Now you've now gone on to Napalm Records, but is it a blessing in disguise in some ways? Like, you have more freedom and control over what you're doing?
I think so, yeah. We're maybe quite lucky with the first two records working with Albert Productions, in that it was an indie label, but they had a little bit of good financial clout and were very supportive to us creatively, let us do what we wanted, and give us full backing for things like the AC/DC tour, which we wouldn't have been able to do otherwise. It didn't work out as good with Spinefarm. I think Revival deserved more of a push than it got, and we saw that it wasn't quite getting the attention it deserved, so it was a bit of a kind of hit the ejector button and get on to the next record quickly with Napalm, and so far they've been really good.
By no means a minor label, are they? But
no,
a while wide, they've got some pretty good bands in the rooster.
Yeah, I think it's different. Probably more metal sort of bands and that kind of heavier stuff than us. And now they're dipping their toes in more commercial rock stuff. So they've been, they've stepped up to the plate to push us to.
Funny enough, they've got a sort of similarity to Earache Records. He used to do all the hardcore stuff. Of course, Earache sort of taken on Tempest Movement, I believe, and other bands. So moving in the same direction.
Yeah, it seems to be the trend now.
And you just mentioned the AC/DC tour, which is like a dream come true for any band. You're not going to say no. I don't want to tour with AC/DC. How was that experience for you, Mick?
Yeah, it was the time for lives, really. We're really young men hitting the road. You're being told you're going to spend 6 months touring coast to coast America and arenas, and playing 3 shows a week, basically it was, because, you know, AC/DC boys were getting a bit older, they would play day off, play day off, so yeah, we had time for lives, you know, running around America as rock stars, you know, it was great fun.
And what did they teach you as such in terms of professionalism?
Well, we learned a hell of a lot from them because, you know, they were very keen, you know, they were into the band, they were real obvious fans of the band as well, and they taught us to basically your work ethic. It's all about your work ethic. You got to get out of your live band. You got to get out and play. But I think what we learned playing on those big stages that I think we learned how to just become tighter as a group and how to sort of get the crowd going a bit better. And like you watch Angus every night doing what he does, and you're like, wow, he's nearly 30 years older than me, and he's doing that. Definitely does give you a kick up the ass.
Yeah. And what does that say to you? Like you say, AC/DC are like 30 years older than you, and they're still doing a 2.5 hour show most nights. You know, you think, oh my god, we're like for 30 years of this.
It does. Your knees sort of hurt thinking about it.
Yeah, your knees and hip. You start thinking of hip replacements and all that stuff.
And AC/DC weren't the only major band you supported. You know, it's quite impressive that you got to support Deep Purple at the Astoria in 2006, and that's before you even had an album out. So how did that come about?
I think it was our agent, was it?
Yeah.
I think it was our agent at the time, just put us on the bill to see what happened.
It's good. We'd actually just finished mixing the first album, and we were itching to get out playing, and we got to do it with Deep Purple. Get the ball rolling again. It was nice.
And let's talk more about the new album, and let's talk about the album cover. It's like designed by the Storm Ferguson, that group. I say that right. And did you actually work with Storm over the album cover? Did you tell him what you wanted, or was it something he gave to you? And then
Yeah, well, he interviewed us individually via email, basically, and he collected all the ideas in the big melting pot and came up with about 10 sketch ideas. And he sent us all 10 ideas, and he let us choose which one that would go to the development stage to the next level. So, you know, take it further to actually, you know, get the crew out and photograph the actual cover. So yeah, it was a long process. Wasn't it? It was about 2.5 months. Yeah. So he put a lot of thought into it, you know. And of course, he very sadly passed away whenever it was just about to be shot, the actual shot for the thing. So his right hand man, Dan Abbott, took it over and he did an absolutely marvelous job getting it right up. Incredible that we got to work with it. You know, we always wanted to, but we never really had.
I'll say the secret of his work. It's always very iconic. It's very eye-catching, and it's up to the eye of the beholder to work out what the album cover is about. So, what does it mean to you, the album cover? Because obviously, you know, explain to people who haven't seen it. Some guy with like the open bird cage and birds flying out. What does it mean to you exactly?
I think it's kind of it's certainly tying in with the new beginnings of the band, and at that time we changed management, we changed label, and we kind of had a little bit of a rethink on how we were going to make the record. I think all those subjects came up in the interviews he did, and obviously the Birds are the 4 guys in the band being set free again, going off into the new horizon, see what happens.
Good answer, very good answer.
That's pretty much fuck yes. We're going to move on to the path we want.
And you've done sort of a couple of covers. You've done covers before, like Rose Tattoo, Rock and Roll Outlaws, and I think on the New Horizons EP, you've done like Rory Gallagher, Cradle Rock, and Danzig's Snakes of Christ. That's quite 2 different directions you've gone there. So why did you choose those 2 songs? I think mine is quite.
All 4 of us in this band have all got unique, flavours of music or whatever. You know, we all listen to different things. So like James would be a big Danzig fan. Actually, Paul would be. Cormac would be a big Rory Gallagher fan. I wanted to do a Rush song, but we haven't got around. The boys haven't got around to learning it yet. So we've all got unique tastes in this band, and I think that does come across in the covers that we choose.
And talk about, obviously that's inspired by your record collections, I'd imagine. So what was like the first albums you bought as a child when you were growing up? Who did you listen to?
The first one was bought for me was an NXS record, I think, and the second one was Appetite for Destruction, which I played to death for 3 years.
How about you?
When I was a kid.
Dire Straits. I think the first. I probably found a copy of Brothers in Arms in the car. And then I bought the first records. then it would have been AC/DC, blow up your video, and from then, you know, find Def Leppard, Metallica, Motley Crue, Aerosmith. That was just on you go.
And you shot a couple of promo videos, one for New Horizon, and also Spectacular, you know, and so it seems like a big crazy party going on. And you know, what was that like when he was actually filming it? You know, were people allowed to drink or
It actually was a party. We didn't show up to midnight or something.
Yeah.
So there was a big house party going on.
Yeah.
Which the director, it was his idea. He just said, well, I got lots of friends, a young guy, you know, got lots of young people. They just had a party. They drank a lot of Sambuca and a lot of beers. We showed up at midnight, like, alright. Played till about 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh wow.
And that's just the edited footage of that.
Because we say edited, there's even some nudity in that video, so was that lot of that edited out?
I think so. It was unfortunately, we didn't get to see it. That will happen before we got there.
And what was your plans for the future?
I suppose we have a few more dates on this tour until the 29th we go to, finishing off at home. Then we're gonna do some writing for the next album, and summer festival season's coming up, so we're doing Download, some stuff in Europe.
Has that been officially announced you're playing Download yet?
Yeah.
We're going on after Tesla, so it's...
Oh wow.
we need to come with our A game.
Yeah.
Then just, I suppose, record number 5 in fall, work more on that.
Fantastic. Before we wrap this up, you've got any message for your fans out there?
Just, you know, stick with us. Thank you very much for your support over the last, how many years? 10 years or something. And we look forward to making more great rock music for you.
Fantastic. And check out The Answer, because it's not only a great band, but a fantastic hard rocking live band.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Paul, Micky, The Answer, all the best for the future. It's been great talking to you. Cheers.
Bye. Bye.